Hello, and welcome to Belonging Songs. This is the podcast that brings you a brand new original song with each episode. We talk about the theme of that song and the processes that went into writing and recording it. I am your host, Wade Dana. With me today down in the studio, my good buddy Bradley Maurer.
Hello.
Brad, thank you for being here. We are going to talk about a new song I'm working on today called Screens.
I like it.
Brad, what you been up to?
Summering.
Yeah.
Just been summering, man. Living the life of summer in Michigan, which you have to enjoy because it's very short.
I didn't have any talking points prepared.
That's all I got.
Yeah, Brad and I are going to work on one of his songs today. That's what he's actually over here for, but I had to seize the opportunity and ambush him with this song
Seize the
just to
drive-by.
talk to somebody about it so I can keep moving forward on it as well. Yeah, we're going to talk about one of his and work on that down here in the studio together, do some recording, so that should be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, we're going to talk about this. Yes, my new song. Hey, Brad, I got you a lyric sheet there.
I got it.
And you can see up at the top of this, I have some dates written down.
Yeah. When I first looked at it, I was like, that's kind of a fucked up title.
That's a weird lyric, right? Yeah, I just wanted to kind of document how long it took me to write these lyrics. You can
Okay.
see that the first date there is May 5th and 6th, and I wrote the first verse. And if you look at the very end, June 29th is when I finished writing the song.
Yeah.
And in between, there's various dates of like, oh, I got the pre-chorus on this date. I got the chorus on this date. Just to give the listeners a sense of how these songs progress. They don't just always come all at once, especially for me with lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're that way. I
You
feel
write,
like you
write a
kinda
lot
get
of
'em.
lyrics.
Yeah,
and-
but I mean, I type a lot of lyrics, but a
Yeah.
lot of these are repeating.
Repeated. Yeah, I guess you're right. When I do that, I always just read from the same spot because I handwrite them a lot.
I like to do this where I have it all verse, chorus separated
Yeah.
on the paper for your benefit when we're going through here. So if we want to talk about a spot, we can just kind of point to it.
Yeah,
Or
but
verse
no,
3.
it can be like that very often. A lot of times you'll have a song where there's the first verse or 4 lines or something, and you'll sing that through just to get the whole song done.
Right. Like,
And
yeah.
then you're like, okay. And then slowly throughout that process, like 2 lines will come to you and
Yep.
it'll piece together. And sometimes the story evolves where you don't even think it's going to go. And then you go back and you can change stuff. That's how it is for me anyway.
Yes, for this song, even when I was recording the demo, I just had that first verse. I recorded the demo of the music and then just repeated that first verse every time a verse came
Yeah.
up, just
Yeah.
to have a placeholder there.
Sometimes
so I
it
know
can
the
be
cadence,
1 or 2 lines that you
Yeah.
do that with.
the cadence I want to sing to, and the melody of the vocals. And then I just start filling in the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can see, what did I get? I got the first verse first, and then I got chorus next. So, okay, then I got to fill in the bridge. And then there was a couple little parts here and there. Like, the very last line I got was the pre-bridge. And that's just like 1 line. Sometimes even 1 line can take me like a week to like get what I really want there.
Did you do what you normally do and have all of the music kind of done-ish?
Yeah.
And then, like, you might have had the first verse and you finished most of the song or recorded most of the song in May?
Yeah, so this one was a little different because I was kind of playing guitar, and I had the lyrics first for the first verse before I even had music.
Music, okay.
But I've talked about this before. When that happens for me, the lyrics usually come with a melody.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the first verse and the melody of how I wanted
Your
it to
job's
go.
just to connect it with...
So then I just picked up the guitar and
Yeah.
like, what chords go with this, right? So that's how I did that. And once I had those first chords for the first verse, then I went and just built the rest of the song. So without having chorus lyrics or
Right.
other verse lyrics, I was able to, okay, I've got these chords. This is how they're going to go for the first verse. And then I was able to just, write
Go
the rest of
do
the
the
song
rest of
on
it.
guitar. Then I laid it down. And then I start layering my
Do you-
vocals on top of it.
Do you find, does that help with your lyrical process? Because does it help to kind of make sure things fit? Sometimes I notice that with me where I'll have like accent notes and then I'll make sure that that's pointed at with a lyric. You
So
know what
once
I
I
mean?
get the like rough music demo, I print that down so I can listen to it like on my phone or my computer, and then I'll write lyrics to that.
Yeah.
For this song, I actually just came down into the studio a lot and just like looped a part and started singing like nonsense to get a melody, and then I started filling in the blanks.
Okay.
So yeah, it took a couple months to get the lyrics for these. I mean, the music stuff, once I get it, that took like, an hour.
Yeah.
Then I've got that. That's the easiest part for me.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that a lot. Lyrics are always tough for me.
For me too. It depends. To me, they always have to kind of come together. Like if I have a guitar part, I don't usually want to leave that guitar part, just a guitar part, for too long.
Yeah.
I try to make it a song.
I'm trying to get better at that. And that's how I've gotten the garage sale song and social media meltdown, just by being like,
old school,
just forget it.
punk
Just,
rocky.
yeah, just
yeah.
I put a lot of pressure on myself with lyrics. Like they have to be really good.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't. Like,
no.
Not that those songs are bad, but I just like tried to have a more casual approach.
Yeah. I
like,
think even if you get something down, the thing to remember that I don't do a whole lot is go back and you can change them.
Oh yeah.
You can completely change them.
Exactly.
I kind of want to do it with the song we're working on today with one batch of lines. I'm like, I don't really love those, but they're there. And like old me would be like, well, they're there. It's done. And now I'm like, I don't like it. I want to do something different with them.
Hold that thought, because we're going to be podcasting about that. And I have some stuff to say about that.
Okay, good.
For that episode. And who knows which one will come out first. We're in a little race now here to see who can finish the song. We've only had... looking back, we've only done 2 episodes to this point when we're recording this, and it's July.
We've said that there's no rush, though, this season.
Right.
We put that no pressure on ourselves.
But I am excited for somebody to hear this. And
just so people listen to know, Wade, we're watching the Tigers game, too.
Yeah, we have the game on.
If you hear Wade sigh every once in a while.
They're losing, and that's pretty normal. So
I thought I heard you go,
So, yeah, let's give this a listen, and then we'll talk a bit about it, and
cool.
Then we'll jump to the future. Oh, and before we go, like, this is all full demo. Like, everything is getting re-recorded.
Okay.
I spent all day staring into my screens, and I'm tired of all I've seen, but I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the fires burning in my head. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, and I'm trying to focus, but I keep coming back, and I'm scrolling on and on, and the fire gets higher. I'm burning all my time staring into my screen, and I'm tired from all I've seen, but I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the fires burning in my head. You didn't do a thing, now go to bed. And I'm trying, yeah, I'm trying, but I keep coming back and scrolling on and on. And the fire, it gets higher. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away.
Yes, sir.
There it is. How's that bunion doing down there?
Oh, dude, my fucking foot's
Going
killing
at
me.
it.
It's always killing me. First thing I did was kick off my flop and start rubbing my foot when I sat down. If anybody's wondering what's going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, any thoughts on that?
I like it a lot. I really like the verse melody.
So, like, that's what came to me
Yeah.
first. That's the first thing I had.
It's almost like I was thinking about it and I was trying to fit it into my head, like if it's almost Motown-y or a little more soul-y.
Okay.
You know, but I like the way you sing. I like the way the song is. I'm just like, the catchiness of it is very familiar.
Okay.
You know, really like that. I like the concept of the song is really good. Obviously, we all
It's relatable.
live that life. Yeah.
I kind of wanted it to be like everyone who hears it to feel a little attacked.
Yeah,
And me included, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where, like, nowadays you can't really assault somebody for it,
Right.
Because everybody is guilty in some way or another. Even if like you're not on social media, you're looking at your phone for something,
Right.
for too long.
Yep.
Hopefully, it's getting better.
And me, like, I work on my computer all day too.
Yeah,
Like, so
I
I'm
everybody-
staring into it.
Yeah,
and if
everybody
I'm not,
does.
it's like, oh, I'm going to relax. What do I do?
Look at your phone.
Watch TV.
Yeah,
Right?
Watch,
Watch a
yeah,
movie.
It's something you got to fight, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. But it's a really good song. And what you capture with the song is the feeling when you're done, where it's almost like that.
Like, what the hell?
What have I done for 2 hours?
Exactly. You,
You
get
know,
the
like-
weekly screen report.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like, oh,
That's
boy.
disgusting.
But yeah, I did look at a lot of news though.
Right.
I looked at this or that. I read stories. Overall, what's Patrick always say? Good bones,
Bones. Cool.
right? I think the bones are good. Very well done on the, like I said though, the verse thing. I could see me singing that to myself for
It
the
is.
next week or so.
I think it is catchy.
Yeah.
And the fact that I had that first and built it around, I think
Mm-hmm.
that helps because I built the song around it.
Yeah.
I think for like the first chorus, I might try to tone that down when I re-record it and have that one a bit softer.
Yeah. And start building with the second verse.
Yeah, it
And
was
then-
one of those things where like I was trying to do it and I couldn't get my voice that low. It wasn't
Yeah.
really warmed up, so I just had to kind of sing it
Muscle through
more
it.
louder. Yeah.
The bridge I get lost in a little bit.
Mhm.
It might be a little long for me, but
Yeah, see, my original idea was for that to be a solo, and then it was like, well, I want some lyrics there to kind of play off the rest of the song, and then I was going to do half lyrics, half solo, but then I ended up going all lyrics.
I would say with that, it might be worth exploring just a way to shift it at some point, like halfway through.
What do you mean?
Maybe you add a solo behind
yeah.
what's going on. You know what I mean? Just something a little bit to layer
yeah,
it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was paying attention. I was listening to the lyrics, and they're good.
Mm-hmm. It needs a little more
It
to
wasn't
just
the
carry it.
catchiest part of the song, but it did make me extra happy when verse 3 came back around. Right?
Okay.
It's like, oh, nice. There it is. That's what I wanted. I could listen to just the verses. Like,
And one trick I
2 minutes.
employ often when I have like a solo going into the last verse is to like carry the solo into that last final verse, which is something I may play around with here.
I wouldn't get too far into stepping on that gap in between the bridge and verse 3 where it's like, I spent, like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Where it drops
yeah.
back down. I like that.
Yeah,
Where-
it definitely needs that breath there.
Yeah.
There's a few breaths built in. The one right before the bridge has the drum solo going. I almost think that one needs more of a breath there. before it kicks off into the bridge, but I'm not sure. I originally kind of envisioned this as a fade out song. I just let it go in case I get real drums to it. You just keep it going, and it never hurts to have that.
I think it lends itself to that pretty well.
Yeah, a fade out. You think? Yeah,
for sure.
I kind of thought so too.
No, I think it's a good, really, really good song.
Thank you. It's a familiar theme for me.
Yeah.
Like wasting time.
That's reflecting on wasting time.
That's a well that I dip into often.
We're running out of time.
Right.
But it's well executed, though, Wade.
Cool.
That's for sure.
Thank you. One thing I did want to highlight in the lyrics was the very end of the bridge. Something I really wanted to do in the song was remind us all that we pay for all of this.
Like, no, that's right.
we're staring into these screens all day, wasting our time, and also shelling out money to do so. So I wanted to drive that point home. Like I said, I'm just as guilty as anybody else.
We all are. Everybody's guilty of it. I think about that sometimes. Like, I'll purposely not take my phone into like a store. Yeah. Just for the basic fact that like I'll sit in line and I'll just look around. Right. Or instead of like pulling out my phone and like, oh, well, I'm in line. I'll just, you know what I mean?
We really do have to like carve out those times.
I'm trying to bring that back into my life.
We go for a walk and it's like, well, just leave this at home.
Leave it at home or just leave it in your pocket. Like life exists without it. You know, like I'm trying to get more conscious of it. And I think a lot of people are. Feels almost like it's swinging a little bit the other way where like it got huge as it can get. And everybody is like, oh boy, we can live without it.
Yeah, I have to delete the social media stuff off my phone because I'll just end up staring at it.
And it seems like they got heard like the Generation Alpha, maybe?
That's one after Z. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't, they're not really into it.
Oh, well,
so
good.
We'll see where it goes.
Good. Yeah, we went out somewhere and Shanna forgot her phone overnight and it was like, she's like, I got to go somewhere tomorrow. How am I going to know where to go? It's like, you got to like, look up directions.
Stop at a gas station.
She did. She did too.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so this is a song, a theme that I had kind of in the back of my mind for a while that I wanted to write about. And then I just had I spent all day staring into my screen for a long time, and then that morphed into kind of that melody. And
I think the lyrics are good. The analogies are good.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the fire theme.
Gets a picture in your head, you know?
So a lot of fire talk, burning. What else do I got? I guess I just talk about burning a lot.
Yeah, burning. And eyes are strained. That's a real thing.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. This is all going to get re-recorded. Right now, it's just like guitar directly in, and everything directly in. But
it's good though. It's worth the next step.
I think the structure will probably stay the same. I might do the fade out and just clean things up a bit with real instruments. So
I like it.
That said, we're going to jump to the future and work on it.
Pew, 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 pew. Set course. To the future!
All right, here we go. You want to tell Patrick what we're doing?
You gonna listen to the theme song?
Oh, we're coming back from the future.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's the loud synth thing, and Wade just yelled to the future.
Yeah, I can
now we're going like
right
like a cymbal or something just hit. Now we landed.
All right, we're back down in the studio. Me and Brad and Shad, and Patrick is joining us via the interweb,
Headroom,
which is why Brad is explaining what drop we just listened to. That To the Future drop.
No, he does that when I'm in the studio.
I can never turn that down enough in the mix, and it always seems too loud.
Booming.
Listeners, if that's always too loud, send us a message to bs@belongingsongs.com.
Wake up.
All right, Patrick, this is a song that's a drop. We're going to talk after this, okay? Right. Thanks, Brad.
I use public toilets, and I piss out the seats. I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this heat? I'm an asshole. Anyway, sorry. A-S-S-H-O.
This got off the rails. Okay. We're here to finish up this episode on my song Screens. The last time we conversed about it was just Brad and myself down here. Actually, we're down there in the studio proper. Right now, we're recording in the studio lounge, the podcast lounge, but we're in there because we were going to be working on your song.
And we did.
When Lucky Vades. We did, yes, because hopefully listeners, you've already listened to that episode. But before we got to work on that, we recorded the intro that you just listened to of this episode where I probably explained what was going on. So this is super redundant. But this time, Chad and Patrick are here. Chad, I know, has heard the demo to this because I made him play drums to it a bunch. Patrick says he has listened to the demo. Patrick, if you've got any thoughts for us on that, let us know. He's like, well, it's been...
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Patrick he just recognized the name on a screen. He was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I listened to like 5 seconds just now, so if you want my notes on the opening 5 seconds of the old mix.
No, and I don't want you to go through listening to the whole thing. We can just skip to the finished version because it really didn't change arrangement-wise or anything. The only thing that has changed is the quality. This was a full re-record from me. The only thing I actually carried over from the demo was the bass, but I did reamp it and record it through an amplifier back in the computer. I might have done a little bit of editing on that, but other than that, full re-record. So Chad came over, put drums. I re-recorded all my guitars, added guitar parts. When we first listened, it was just 1 or 2 tracks. Now I filled the arrangement out a bit. There was a bridge, and Brad, you had even commented, like, I don't know, that drags a little bit. But the plan from the get-go was to, like, add a lead guitar element, which I did. Mm-hmm. And you'll hear that. So hopefully that fills out a little better. The vocals are all brand new, added background vocals. That's pretty much all this song consists of. Pretty straightforward: drums, bass, guitars, and vocals. There's no synth or anything like that in it. Took me a while to get this one, but eventually did. October, with the Tigers making the playoffs and then having to watch horror movies the whole month and a new Zelda game coming out. It was all cut into my...
productivity.
My productivity, yes. But since then, I've been in the studio every single night, made it a point to get in there and be working on stuff. And getting this song done was part of that. So, yeah. I guess we will listen to the finished version and get some thoughts from you guys. You ready?
Who's
Patrick,
guys?
you get your hand
I'm
signals
queued
ready?
up. BMX mix.
BMS, you want to do the Dave Mirror jokes again?
Yeah, do we get those? 'Cause those are gold.
Yeah, we'll lose Brad on that. You won't know what we're talking about. All right, so...
all right, I'm going.
Okay.
I spent all day staring into my screen, and I'm tired of all I've seen, but I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the fires burning in my head. You gotta do this, you've gotta do that, and I'm trying to focus, but I keep coming back, and I'm scrolling on and the I spent all day staring into my screens, and I'm tired from all I've seen. But I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the fires burning in my head. You didn't do a thing, now go to bed. And I'm trying, yeah, I'm trying, but I keep coming back and scrolling on and on, and the fire gets higher. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away. I'm burning all my time away.
All right. So that's it. I've got some things I'll say about it later, but first I'd like to get some reaction from any of you, all y'all,
All y'all.
whoever wants to go.
Any? I'm glad we did the ending the way we did, just because you were thinking of fading it.
I was, yeah,
But
and that's one thing I wanted to ask you guys about.
Yeah.
If you think I should, but it sounds like you're going the other way.
No, because
Yeah,
I happened to hit it.
Yeah. And I really like a song that fades out when you hear the drums really still going nuts and like nice fills, but I kind of like this without it as well.
Yeah, that fill at 346 sounds really nice.
That one right
Almost.
at the end
Yeah, it almost jumps out in 3D compared to the rest of the mix. I don't know if that was intentional.
there. Is that the one before the very end of the song? Or
The one
Yeah,
at 346.
Right, okay, sorry, don't have
Yeah,
it right in
how
front
can
of
I
me.
be more precise? You want me to put a freaking mark in there?
Damn digital timestamp.
Obviously, this is just one listen through on this mix, but I like how it's mic'd. I like the panning in there. It's really visceral
Right.
how that sounds. If I have any critique, I think some of the cymbals don't come through, but it could be the headphones I'm listening to.
Okay,
I obviously don't have
Those-
studio monitors in.
those earbuds.
Yeah, but the cymbals, the
MVP.
crashes in particular, get really suppressed. Where I want to hear them a little bit more.
Did any
I
of
don't
you guys
know if
notice
it's
that?
worth going in, so it could just be my gear I'm listening to. I'll give it a car listen.
Okay. Anything you want to say about that overall theme or whatever? Think we ever got your thoughts on that?
On the theme, relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious it's about mindless scrolling through your phone,
Mm-hmm.
avoiding the world because it's where we take refuge now and doesn't make us better for it.
Yeah, I think I told Brad when we first went through the listen to that I'm basically attacking everyone, including myself. Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's no other meaning to the song but that. That
right.
you know, there's not a hidden meaning. It's pretty out there, in front. You know.
All this time I thought it was about Windows.
Did you? Yeah.
Bugs.
No
and
bugs.
screens.
Yeah, bugs.
No
and
bugs.
Screens. I think the a lot of good additions
Yeah.
on top of the first draft, we'll call it,
Mm-hmm.
demo. That middle part.
Which you 100% remember listening to, right?
I do. Well, no, I do. I remember the outline of the song. I remember what happened in the area
Mm-hmm.
that you were talking about.
So that
It's-
second
'cause
part of the bridge.
It's a long part,
Yeah.
but you did a really good job of filling it up. There's some really cool like movement in the guitars on both ears,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, like I never got taken out of the song.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Where
know?
before you kind of did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Sorry,
that
what
was
was that, Brad? I was
s-
looking at my phone.
I was like, this
coming to us from a screen.
this guy on the screen is taking a picture of me on a screen. I think
Yep.
is what's happening.
It's a whole bit.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know.
I thought the bridges carried through really well too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the bridges are great.
you know,
I think that's where I really want to listen to this in my car driving home because I do think it's audio. Obviously, my work computer is not EQ'd in
There's a lot more cymbal play in those bridges than you might have heard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Patrick's
'Cause I
also
really
has
like the
ear
cymbal
pods
work.
in, so
Yeah. Apple obviously not a sponsor.
Even if you take out the mix part of it, right, Patrick? I mean, as far as just the context of the song and the parts that are
it's
there,
great.
I think
It's great.
you rounded it off good. You filled it in good.
mm-hmm.
It's not too long feeling,
Yeah.
which I think might have been a little bit of struggle with the first draft.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, no, it's good.
You
Actually, I got a video idea for this. If you want to shoot a full-length music video,
Mm-hmm.
I imagined like you walking into like a corner store and like the little bells on the door, jingle jangle, song cues, and then it's you on your phone just bumping into shit and knocking stuff over, like not paying attention. So we'll work on that later.
Pretty good.
I would like that anytime I bump into something, the phone I'm holding like grows a little extension of like another phone.
That's
And so
great.
by the end of it, it's
That's
like
great.
All
have you seen the
phones.
commercial of the people playing Uno or something where it's like by the end they
Yep.
have like this huge fan and that would be like
Yeah.
All of your
screens
phones.
just everywhere. So yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe by the
We'll
end,
work on that.
it's a phone holding you.
Oh yeah,
Stay tuned for our video podcast.
yeah. Everybody's highly anticipated feature of 2025. Of course, if we're talking about it now, it
Yeah,
probably be more like 20.
if you think we're nailing the audio, wait till you get a hold of this video.
Chad, you had something on deck there. You were gonna say?
The other thing I liked is the way you brought up, as in compared to the demo, the way you brought up the choruses, dynamic, nice, and you took them down a little bit, where in the demo you were pretty much full out on the chorus. This time you stood back and let it climb a little bit, so that was nice. I liked it.
Yeah, so that is something that Brad and I had talked about on our first listen through, where I said, like, I think for that first one I needed to pull it back. So then there was that build. The second time the chorus comes in, it's like full force, but the first time I sung it,
it was too
quiet, quiet and controlled, and that does help the song.
And that's just the formula. I mean, those are little things that really you need to pay attention to and do to make a song, even though you might not be conscious of it.
Right.
Those are the things that actually make a song grow on you, and the familiarity with some of those, different structures.
And that's why the process of laying down a demo and then redoing stuff and talking about it is really important, because the first run through I just sang them full force, and like had I stuck with that, the song wouldn't have been as effective. Another thing I did, if we want to get a little technical, Brad, you wanted to keep Patrick with?
Yeah, I'll explain everything. It's the noise with the mouths, right?
Okay, yeah. What do I do here?
The music stopped, Patrick.
For the past year or so, we've been doing our songs with a single lone vocal track.
Yeah.
You notice I doubled this one. I went back to the doubling because I just felt like the song had that feel, like an Elliott Smith type of doubled vocal.
Well, a lot of your Slin stuff is that way.
All the early stuff was,
yeah.
but this past year I've been kind of doing not doing that. But I felt that this song
for the verse parts, kind of the higher register parts, it benefits from that big time, because it's got like the thickness makes it smooth, for lack of a better term. Like it's just very smooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's rounded. The edges are rounded.
Yeah.
And for the verses, I wanted that kind of chorusy feeling you get when you double a vocal.
Yeah.
Because the waveforms are kind of,
and it's a
fighting
catchy
each other a little bit.
It's a catchy verse. It's almost like a chorus,
For that bridge part, obviously the second half of the bridge, I added that lead guitar element. And the bridge, by definition,
I love that bridge, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, the bridge is a departure from the main part of the song. That's what a bridge is, right? You are saying.
Oh, great! Now Brad's got to explain to me what a bridge is. Brad, don't let Wade do this.
Are reiterating the main theme of the song, but in a different way. So using an analogy or a metaphor, with the lyrics. So the lyrics are like kind of disconnected, but they're trying to say the same thing as the overall main part of the song.
They
and
run
the music
themselves back into the ending.
The idea is the same. Yeah, but you're saying it in a different way. And just like Chad said, the musical ideas are typically different in a bridge too. But that lead guitar in the bridge, I brought back to the end of the song. It's the same one, I actually got the idea after the fact and had to copy and paste it over to the end because I had already moved on to recording a different song, guitar sound, and didn't have it exactly
Dialed
saved
right.
when I wanted it to be the same tone. So that's a cut and paste, and even though they're doing completely different things with the music, that solo fits both the main theme of the song and that bridge, and it was a really great way to tie those two elements together. So if you listen to it again, you'll notice that that solo is the same. Even though the rhythm and backing tracks are doing different stuff, it still fits. So that was something that was, I thought, cool and worked out.
Popped in your head kind of thing, like you heard that part in that other part.
Yeah.
That's cool when that happens. I like that.
Yep. What else did I want to say about this? I think those were the main things. Yeah. Geez, I've made a mess of this floor here. I was out raking leaves earlier, and apparently I had it all over me. I'm going to have to clean down here. All right, well, that wraps up another edition of Belonging Songs here. We have an instrumental song coming at you next in a couple weeks. We just recorded the episode for that.
It's a good one.
You can hear this song and all our other songs on our playlist, which is...
They're all good ones.
On Spotify, and the link is in the episode description. I think if you just search in Spotify nowadays, they're like, no. Nobody's searching for Belonging Songs, so they've buried us.
It's tied to your name.
It's tied to my name? Oh, because
that's how we found it. The one time is I actually went in through your name.
Okay, so I guess either click on the link in this episode description or any of our episodes. It's in the description, or I guess search for my name and it'll come up.
Find the podcast when you search on there.
Yeah, but not the playlist.
It's hard to find. It's out there.
It's out there, yeah. Feel free to share it, rate and review it, all that stuff. Get a hold of us, bs@belongingsongs.com. All that and more, I guess. I don't know what that means, but Patrick's got to get out of here, get back to, he's got some plans tonight, and I got to get back to raking leaves, and these guys got to get on with their lives. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you here again next time.
I spent all day staring into my screen, and I'm tired of all I've seen, but I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the fires burning in my head. You gotta do this, you've gotta do that, and I'm trying to focus, but I keep coming back, and I'm scrolling on and on, and the fire gets higher. I'm burning all my time away. Another hour gone, 10 minutes up in flames. I'm burning all my time away. My phone keeps turning on. It hasn't left my sight in days. And my eyes are strained. I spent all day staring into my screen for so long now that it's unseen. But I keep scrolling on and on, despite all the ashes that waylay my past. You didn't do this, you didn't do that, and I'm trying to refocus, but I keep coming back. And scrolling on and on, and the fire gets higher. I'm burning all my time away. Another hour gone, 10 minutes up in flames. I'm burning all my time away. My phone keeps turning on. It hasn't left my side.
I type in Harnol Slin playlist, it comes up hair salon playlist, which I really want to hit.
You probably should.
Yeah, it's good.